Hello and welcome to my EFL review for game week 4 in the Championship and game week 6 in League 1, I believe. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you do enjoy these review shows. Won't be as much content this week because I've lost all the love for the international football apart from the World Cups and the Euros. We'll get League 2 predictions out. But yeah, I am away from Thursday to Saturday, so there probably won't be as much content this week. So just quick heads up on that. So yeah, let's just dive straight into the EFL review for this weekend. So the 6 games from the Championship and the 6 games from League 1 we will be covering, and we'll start with the Championship, and it is Leicester 2, Birmingham 0. Very poor game of football, this one. Leicester didn't really create a lot. It just got a bit lucky towards the start of this game with Fatawi scoring an early goal and then Ricardo Pereira finishing it off despite he should have been sent off in that one. Birmingham had shot 11 shots, just a 1 on target, not being clinical enough again, similar to what happened when they played Port Vale in the week and against Oxford United, which they won 1-0 and should have finished them off a lot sooner. Horrible challenge by Ricardo Pereira on Kyoga. That should have been a red card. But yeah, good win for Leicester, up to 4th in the table now, only behind Stoke, West Brom and Middlesbrough. Birmingham down to 10th, a bit of a shocker for them. They are looking to make some signings on deadline day. Mitrovic is rumoured so far, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, good win for Leicester in this one under Martí Cifuentes as Leicester beat Birmingham 2-0 in this one. And now we go to the Riverside as more mess is created on Ruben Sellers' Sheffield United side as they lost 1-0 away at Middlesbrough. Very disappointing loss for Sheffield United in this one. They're currently rock bottom, 0 points under Ruben Sellers. They're already calling for the manager's head, 0 points after 4 games. Both Sheffield clubs in the relegation zone at the moment. Along with Oxford in there as well. Didn't really create a lot. Middlesbrough kind of dominated this game from start to finish. 6 shots on target, 15 shots. Sheffield United had 8 shots with 0 on target. It's crazy that Gustavo Hamer is still playing in that Sheffield United side. He'll be looking for a move on deadline day, but I think nobody really wants him, which is a bit weird considering he is one of the better players in the Sky Bet Championship this season. Good win for Middlesbrough. Rob Edwards, 12 from 4 games, maximum points from 4 games. Very good win for Middlesbrough in this one, and they look good to be finishing inside the playoffs this year. So yeah, Middlesbrough 1, Sheffield United now here. Into the other 12:30 kickoff that we will cover, and it's Stoke 0, West Brom 1. Very, very good win for Ryan Mason's side. I think it was Nat Phillips's goal. Was it from a corner? Was it? It was a left foot, from a corner, left-footed goal into the bottom left. And that kind of set the tone for the game. They held out. They got a nice win over their kind of local rivals, if you would say so, over at Stoke City and Mark Robbins in this one, who have lost the game for the first time this season now after their perfect start after 3 games. West Brom beating Stoke in that one, and quite a comfortable win for them in this one. West Brom kind of held it out, and not really a lot to say in this one. Stats wise, 30 shots to 12, very even game of football, 3 on target each, a bit of poor quality game in terms of shots on target wise. But yeah, good win for Ryan Mason and his West Brom side in this one as they beat Stoke by a goal to 0. Now, where Derby got absolutely robbed of, well, not robbed, but they were really, really unlucky to not come away with all 3 points against Ipswich in this one, where Jack Clark scored a 90 plus 16th minute penalty to level Ipswich the game. Still not a great start for Ipswich, only on the 3 points so far. Not been the best start for Kieran McKenna's men. Maybe the Premier League effect has had an effect on them like it did to Luton last season. 80 shots to 10, probably deserved winners. Derby just got their shots on target and scored 2 goals, and that is proper John Eustace type of performance. That they'll be a bit annoyed they haven't won that game. But stats wise, Ipswich had 2.9 XG, should have won that game really. Long gone in that first half. But yeah, Ipswich down in 20th, Derby down in 21st, 2 sides that don't look great at the start of this season. Ipswich especially down in 20th spot. But yeah, 2-2 draw in this one, and a decent point for Derby, but they'll be absolutely kicking themselves. They didn't win it. Ipswich, though, I'm not sure what's going on there. They haven't won this season, drew all 3 of their games. So yeah, Ipswich 2, Derby 2. Another 2-2 draw, and the other game we'll be covering is a 2-2 draw. Take that guess of what you will. And this one is Oxford against Coventry. Oxford levelling via Cameron Brannigan in the 75th minute to make that 2-2. Oxford United finally have got a point on the board under Gary Rowett. They're going to need to pick up more results at home if they are to stay up in this division, this season. Coventry in 5th still in the playoffs, mind you, not bad from them. Stats wise, kind of fairly even game of football, 50 shots to 14, both shots, 3 shots on target for Oxford, 6 for Coventry. Coventry had more possession, Lancashire, I think he was a Spurs loanee, had you right scoring goals for Coventry, it's what he does, and chipping in there as well. Good result for Oxford United, very good point for them. They'll be happy with that. As for Coventry, it's probably 2 drop points come the end of the season for them. So yeah, good win, good draw for Oxford United in this one over Coventry City. And the final championship game we'll be covering is Watford 2, Southampton 2. Southampton had the lead twice in this game and just couldn't really finish it off in the end. Cameron Archer and Ryan Manning scoring in that one. Ryan Manning scoring another free kick for Southampton before they got hit back quite quickly by Iran Kuda. Barr scored the first one for Watford. Iran Kuda got man of the match. Stats-wise, 10 shots to 12. Southampton probably will be kicking themselves. They haven't really won that game. Not really clinical enough in the final third. Kind of a bit of a weird game, this one. Not many shots happening. Well, there was a few, but it was, just a bit of a scrappy 2-2 draw in that one. Southampton yet really to get going. Leicester seem to be the only team that really got going out the newly promoted sides so far, but that is to be expected. And that's it for the championship review. We'll just go and review the scores now. So and then we'll do the League One review. So let's just jump straight into the review of the scores in this week's championship that we may have missed. So into the other scorelines around the grounds then. QPR beat Charlton by 3 goals to 1. Good win for Julian Stefansson over Nathan Jones and Charlton. Norwich beat Blackburn. Valerian Ismail side look absolutely dreadful at Ewood Park this season, don't they? 2-0 loss at home to Liam Manick and his Norwich side. Josh Sargent firing in the goals. Is he going anywhere on deadline day? Who knows? Bristol City 4, Hull 2. Very much of a goal fest in that one. Good win for Gerhard Struber's side. He looks actually doing a really good job at Bristol City this season. Wrexham won away at Millwall. Very good away win for Wrexham and Phil Parkinson's side in that one. They get their first points of the new season. Portsmouth beat Preston at home. John Mousinho and Portsmouth continuing that very good home form that they did have last season at Fratton Park as well. And Sheffield Wednesday 0, Swansea 2, which is to be expected. Sheffield Wednesday in all sorts of trouble down at the footers table, still above their local rivals in Sheffield United, but problems for Sheffield Wednesday in there as well. Good win for Swansea though. And that is that. We won't look at the table till after the international break when it means a bit more. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and we'll jump into League One right now. Into League One we go, and we'll start with Cardiff 4, Plymouth 0. Absolutely abysmal performance from Plymouth again. It kind of all unravelled in the 40th minute where Wintle got one, Willett got one, and then straight after half-time, Ruben Cole made it 3-0. It was game over by the 50th minute. 3 quick goals from Cardiff on either side of the halves, of course. And then scored at the end to make it 4-0. 16 shots to 8. Very deserved win for Cardiff City in this one. Plymouth and Tom Cleverley just look like they don't want to be there each week. 1 win so far this season, currently sitting 21st. In the relegation places, along with Wigan, Port Vale and Peterborough, which is probably not relegation zone you would have had at the start of the season. Good win for Cardiff. Not really a lot to say on this one, apart from Cardiff. Good win in this one over Plymouth Argyle here. So Cardiff win by 4 goals to 0 over Plymouth Argyle. Barnsley 3, Huddersfield 1 in the other one. Huddersfield went down to 10 men. Davis Killardine getting a brace in there as well. Good win for Barnsley. They look a little bit better under Conor Hourihans this season than they did last season under Daryl Clark. They're up to 4th. Huddersfield down to 6th in the table now below Doncaster. Cardiff still top the league, of course. Stevenage, Bradford, the top 3. I said we will look at these after the international break. Stats-wise, I thought this one, Huddersfield 9 shots. Barnsley only was 7 shots in this one. Not a really interesting game of football, this one. But yeah, Barnsley getting over the line in this one. And Owen Goodman getting sent off for Huddersfield kind of set the tone for this game. But Barnsley were already a goal up at that point. Yeah, very good win for Barnsley. Lee Grant still learning his ways as a coach so far this season in League One for Huddersfield. So yeah, good win for Barnsley over Huddersfield in this one. And probably deserve winners overall, even though it's a very tight game of football. Now to Bradford City as they beat Wimbledon narrowly by 3 goals to 2, and a brilliant start for Graham Alexander and his Bradford City side. Deserved winners, 16 shots to 13, 6 shots to 4, 2.5 on the XG. Deserved winners really over Johnny Jackson and his Wimbledon side, who haven't started badly themselves. It's just Bradford are up in 3rd and they are doing a very good job, and maybe as the underdog they do really thrive, as maybe not being the underdog in League 2 was where they struggled. Yeah, very good win for Bradford City. 3 different goal scorers, Wright, Pointer and Swan. I think Wimbledon scored first, Bradford hit back, Wimbledon scored again and Bradford won 2 goals and win it late at the end with Swan in the 83rd minute. Yeah, not really much to say in this one. Very good win for Bradford City there. Graham Alexander and his side up to 3rd in the table now, which is very impressive indeed. So yeah, good win for Bradford in this one, and deserved winners probably over Wimbledon, although Wimbledon did give them a right game here. So yeah, Bradford 3, Wimbledon 2. Burton 0, Luton 3. Very good away win for Matt Bloomfield's side as Luton win quite convincingly at the Pirelli. Very dominant display from them. Ali getting in amongst the goals again for Luton. Stats-wise, absolutely brilliant from Matt Bloomfield's side. 12 shots, 6 on target. Very clinical indeed. Gary Bowes' side didn't really have a chance to lay glove on Luton Town in this one. Not a lot to say. In this one, Luton Town beat Burton quite convincingly. Table Luton back up just outside the plus now on 12 points. Still will be looking good this season. Can they climb into the automatics? We'll have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, very good win for Luton Town over Burton. But yeah, not really a lot to say in this one. But yeah, Luton very clinical and 3-0 winners here, and deservedly so. Stevenage 1, Wickham 0. Another good win for Stevenage and Alex Ravel. Very dominant display from Stevenage, even though Wickham did have more shots on them. They had 0 shots on target. Stevenage were just that bit more clinical and good defensively with Piergianni and good. One of the best, well, if not the best, defensive partnership in League One this season. Mike Dodds surely has to be thinking about getting sacked sooner rather than later for Wickham Wanderers. Not been a good start for them at all. Very good win for Stevenage, deserved win. Didn't have a shot on target, Wickham. So yeah, problems for Wickham when you don't have a centre forward up front like Richard Kone. Stevenage in 2nd place in the table, Wickham all the way down in 22nd spot at the moment, which is not good for Wickham. They'll be expected a lot better than that. Maybe they sat Mike Dodds over the international break, get somebody better in. But yeah, horrible for Wickham at the moment. But yeah, good win for Stevenage and Alex Ravel as they stay in the automatic spots going into the international break. And the final game we will review in depth today, and that is Wigan versus Stockport, which was a 1-1 draw. Wigan kind of dominant in this game, probably should have won the game. 13 shots to 8, 2.0 XG. 2.02 XG. The momentum thing was high for Wigan apart from Stockport at the start of the game. So Wigan grew into this game under Ryan Lowe. Just didn't take enough chances to win the game. Sadie got a goal, ex-Pompey, of course, last season. And they'll be looking to win this again. Yeah, not really anything interesting to go by in this one. Yeah, good, decent point for Wigan, I guess. Probably a bit annoyed they didn't win it. Dave Challoner, not really what Stockport would have wanted, getting outplayed by Wigan away at the DW or whatever you want to call it now. But yeah, decent draw in there for both sides. I don't think either would be happy with the draw in this one, depending on how the game went and what expectations are for Stockport this season especially. So yeah, 1-1 draw between these two sides, and yeah, not really a lot going on. And then just to recap the other League One scores, Doncaster 1, Rotherham 0 at half-12. Decent win for Doncaster if you class it as a local derby. Blackpool 1, Bolton 1. Fair result probably in that one. Exeter absolutely annihilated Darren Ferguson's Peterborough. Problems are growing at Peterborough United. I don't think it's the manager's issue. I think it's more the players. Down at Peterborough United, Leyton Orient lost at home to Northampton. Not sure what's going on there. Leyton Orient had one good season last season, seem to be falling out a little bit now. Losing at home to Northampton is never a great sign. Reading beat Port Vale by a goal to nil. Scrappy 1-0 home win for Reading in that one. Stevenage beat Wickham, which we've already mentioned. Lincoln 1, Mansfield 1 in there as well. Lincoln were down to 10 men under Michael Spall. A decent point for them if you consider the circumstances, but Mansfield and Nigel Clough having a decent run of form as of late, unbeaten in a few games. Let's just jump into the League 2 scorelines for this weekend as well. League 2 then, Barrow 0, Fleetwood 1. Barrow down 10 men in that one. Fleetwood probably deserve winners. Not sure what happened to Crewe though. Losing 3-0 at home to Swindon. Bit bizarre. Ian Holloway masterclass. Barnet 1, Colchester 1 in there. Bromley 2, Harrogate 0. What else? Cambridge beat Newport 2-0. Similar scorelines from both games in that one. Chesterfield fought back to draw with Crawley. Probably could have won it towards the end. Crawley just sitting just above those relegation places. Grimsby, after the midweek heroics against Manchester United, they'd lose at home to Bristol Rovers. Kind of expected. Grimsby a bit leggy from the week was to be expected. MK Dons losing at home to Walsall, which is one we didn't see coming. Oldham losing at home to Gillingham. Shrewsbury 0, Accrington 0. Another board draw in there. And Notts County winning away at Tranmere, which was a bit of a surprise as well in there. Yeah, that's League 2. I'll just quickly run you through the table. Just say it instead of show you an actual image. Gillingham top, Chesterfield, Bromley, Crewe in 4th, Swindon 5th, Walsall 6th, MK Dons 7th, Grimsby just outside the plus in 8th, and bottom 2 are Shrewsbury and Cheltenham, but that is to be expected. So yeah, that is the EFL review done for this week, and let's just jump straight into the outro then. Thank you very much for watching this EFL review. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. I'll speak to you on the next one, which will be League 2 predictions either tomorrow or might wait later in the week for that one. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you on the next one, which I don't know what the next video will be, but yeah, I'll speak to you on the next one if it's not League 2 predictions. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff as well.